Hello, y'all. It's 2:59 p.m. Well, I got hardly any sleep last night. I forgot to mention that. The night before. I forgot to mention yesterday that the night before last, I had two, I think, dream manipulation kind of nightmares because, well, super early yesterday morning. It wasn't late last night, but it was yesterday morning. With the little bit of sleep I got, no, it was early in the morning yesterday. I had a scary nightmare about me being somewhere outside and being homeless on the streets. And they had, in the dream, it was daytime, and it was a sunny day, and like it is now, but it's cloudy out. It got some clouds outside, but it's sunny outside now. But I think I remember in the dream, the sky was clear, and I had a scary nightmare that they had like probably a food processing plant or something that was on fire, and there was a whole lot of smoke and everything. And in the dream, it was supposedly the aftermath of me getting into another argument with my twin sister, and she told another lie on me in the dream that led to me being locked up in prison for life. And I figured that was a dream manipulation nightmare to traumatize and scare me. Excuse me. But, I don't know which was scarier. Have that bad dream to be running an eyewitness and be close to, like a food processing or a chemical plant or something. It was some building that was on fire. And it had a lot of smoke and stuff. But you saw smoke, like I saw smoke, like from a few blocks away in the dream. But it was a sunny day with clear skies, and I was homeless on the streets, and it was multiple people, like crowds and crowds of us running, And in the dream, like I had a warrant out for my arrest because in the dream my twin sister lied on me after we got into another argument, and she lied on me in the dream, and I had a warrant out for my arrest and was supposed to be locked up in prison for the rest of my life. And I woke up in real life, up in here, traumatized and scared. Excuse me. And then after that, I had another nightmare that this person that I watch, a YouTuber named Clementine and the Kiddos. It was weird because in the dream she was very nice and friendly, and she took me into I think I asked her, I was homeless, and asked her to let me stay with her, but her kids were not the kids, her real life kids, But she was extremely enthusiastic and happy in the dream, and really nice and let me stay with her. But in real life, I don't really ask nobody to stay with them. Like the biological sister Ramona, it was back in 2018. She didn't want me to stay by her after I became homeless. Drunk lady Yvonne didn't let me stay by her. And this lady named that's supposedly a cousin of drunk lady Yvonne's husband Daryl. That lady that her name is R. Jane Brown, but they call her Jane. But I don't know if she turned against me and betrayed me and cut off all contact with me because she's a perp, or if she cut off all contact with me because she was supposed to be part of the fake Jehovah's Witnesses cult. But, she loved me enough that she wanted me to refer to her as Auntie Jane. And and she used to offer for me to come spend a night by her house when I had a place to live, But I try to be independent. I'm like, nah, I'm okay, But then when I became homeless and I wrote a note telling her about the argument and the fight. Well, it wasn't a physical fight, but, that altercation with drunk lady Yvonne. And that's when that Jane lady, she cut off, maybe because she might have confronted Yvonne and Yvonne probably smear campaigned or lied to make herself look innocent or whatever. And but that Jane lady, she cut off all contact with me. Excuse me. So, I tried to ask her if I could stay, like the day I came back to New Orleans after being stranded in Santa Monica or Los Angeles metro area for about 3 weeks. And then that was right after the Grand Canyon, and I was already homeless. So I came back in town, and that night, I tried to ask, I told the Jane lady what happened. No, I think I told her what happened a couple of days or a few days later. But yeah, I went by her before I went by Yvonne's house, and she was all nice and everything. But I never heard from that Jane lady again. Ever since after I wrote her a note telling her the way Yvonne treated me. So, but after realizing that I'm targeted, for sure, I got my final confirmation about being targeted. I don't ask my family for nothing. But Ramona and Wyatt, moments of me being homeless and they still try to get money out of me before. So Ramona didn't care about me being homeless on the street. She would still try to hound me down for money so she can go gamble it all up. That's all she does. When she take people money, all she want to do is gamble it up. Use and take advantage of people for money just so she can go and gamble it up. So, that Harrah's casino in New Orleans, I don't know if I'm banned from there for life or if I was just banned for a year. They didn't even tell me how long I was banned. And then they tried to tell me that they didn't have to tell me why I was banned from there. But professing to be Christian, normally I would never have set foot in Harrah's. But I had became homeless, and it was one of the few places that was open 24 hours. And me being traumatized and scared about what happened to my cousin Blake getting shot and killed, that made me feel afraid that if I was out there, then something would happen to me. I tried to go wherever I could go that's open 24 hours or try to ride the buses or the streetcar. Call myself trying to stay safe, and people, they just didn't give a damn. So, and then even other so-called targeted individuals will say, I don't even know how you do it. Well, and I said, well, I got no choice. I had no choice. And they say you're very strong or you're such a survivor and stuff like that. So last night, I don't know what dreams I had. Well, I don't remember. But so yeah, I forgot what else I was gonna say. But I don't ask my family for nothing. So, but basically, well, yesterday, for dinner, if I didn't put the barbecue sauce on before baking the chicken, then the chicken wouldn't have been burnt. But the sauce made it burnt. But I mean, I guess it turned out to not be all that bad. But normally I would not eat burnt chicken, or I would not like burnt chicken or burnt anything. I don't even like burnt toast. So, but yeah, because I put the sauce on there, it turned out to be burnt, kind of burnt a little bit. Had some burnt spots, but it was edible and I was able to eat it, and it didn't really taste that burnt. So I had that and some rice and pork and beans, baked beans. And the canned baked beans and the boil in the bag rice, and I had already I just put like 4 spoonfuls, like I guess it was 4 tablespoons of butter, and I try to stretch it, try to stretch the beans and rice for 4 meals. So yesterday when I got the cereal, I got 2 packs of maple and brown sugar oatmeal to hold me over. I got 2 packs of maple and brown sugar oatmeal, and I think they were on sale. So I got I haven't had Captain Crunch in I don't know how long, but it was Family Dollar, so didn't have a lot of money, and so I bought like Captain Crunch Oops All Berries, and also the peanut butter flavored Captain Crunch balls. They were like the Oops All Berries, but nothing but peanut butter ball shaped peanut butter flavor Captain Crunch. It wasn't the rectangular cereal, but it was the peanut butter. So the peanut butter, I snuck a bowl last night. I let some of the milk from the freezer thaw out, and I snuck a bowl last night. And then, so I cleaned up, my area or whatever. I try to wipe off the counter and everything. And I don't remember what time I went to bed last night, but it was well before midnight. I think it could have been about 10 o'clock or something like that. Excuse me. Could have been about 10 o'clock last night. And then I woke, wait, hold up. So the moment I try to fall asleep, well, I think I was trying to sleep. No, I think I went and laid down at 10 o'clock, but I didn't try to go to bed until, I don't know, 11:45 or something. Excuse me. And I just noticed that, oh, it was so quiet, and peaceful. The very instant I closed my eyes, she started, I don't know which one of them, on which side, that started to talk loud and holler and scream and make noise. But I forgot to mention yesterday that maybe sometime after the inspection thing and the pest control, they had this white female that came on this side, and she was wearing like a red shirt and blue jeans and kind of gave me like some dirty kind of looks. I think she was a guest of these people. I saw her before, so it looked like she was like their friends or something, But then at first I thought that she was like a some case manager or mental health social worker or something like that. I mean, I don't know, but I guess she's friends with them. The weed smoking household. But I think that was the household that was, the household that last night it was a black female that was yelling, kept telling somebody get up, and I was started to feel scared because I didn't know if it was a medical emergency but yeah, it was the gang stalking because everything was all quiet, and the very moment I attempted to close my eyes, that's when she started yelling and saying, get up, and she started to sound kind of hysterical, like as if she started to sound hysterical like as if somebody died, and then I'm like, let me see if this is gang stalking street theater to try to keep me awake and keep me further sleep deprived and cause me high stress and high anxiety. So the moment I put her on film, I try to record her, before I can even, the moment I grab my phone and just before I can press record, she hurry up and stop. I mean, she shut up. So she shut up. And so then when I got confident that she quit, then I turned the video off. And then she started howling again. And then, excuse me. And then once I started filming again, I mean, she started howling again. And then once I started filming again, she hurried up and was very, very quiet. And then after that, I talked for a few minutes, and then I turned the video off and didn't really have any more issues out of her for the rest of the night. But for a long time, I could not sleep. Excuse me. And then eventually, I dozed off and finally went to sleep. And I don't remember what my dreams were. But I mean, it wasn't until after I ended up in Bloomington, Texas, a few times I heard myself snoring. But when I was homeless on the streets and in hotels and motels, I had not heard myself snore. Excuse me. So I hadn't had a snoring problem for years, despite being big. You know, it had been a very long time since I had a problem with snoring. I even hate that, you know. So I think I woke up my own self up out of my sleep by, heard myself snoring. But before then, though, I thought I heard like voices or conversation. Now, like at first, I was like, oh shit, please don't tell me that they're trying to do V2K on me. You know, and I don't even remember what was said or not, or but I was very confused. You know, and it might have been dream manipulating me into thinking I was suffering V2K or something like that. You know, but I'm like, oh hell no. So then my own snoring woke me out of my sleep and frustrated and traumatized me or whatever. And I think that was like almost 5 o'clock in the morning, but I don't remember. I mean, it took me a very long time, and I was struggling. And I'm wondering what is causing me to not get to sleep that well. So it's been like I've been struggling with insufficient sleep for a week and a half. But yesterday morning was the best, like for, I guess it was 7 hours, but not 7 straight hours. But it was the best sleep that I ever had within a couple of weeks. But if it weren't for the inspection thing, I probably would have or could have gotten to sleep in longer. So, and I told y'all that I took a 2-hour nap yesterday afternoon. Was it 2 hours or 1 hour? I don't remember. But I think I took a nap 1 or 2 hours yesterday afternoon. And then, so like around 5 o'clock, I woke up and I checked my social media, and David Jane made harassing comments. And even after, he made a fake new account. Oh, he left me alone for his own birthday though, which was Monday. And like over the weekend, he made a fake new account and made harassing comments and said, "Oh, don't wish Candy a happy birthday," and some other stuff he said. But he made, I think, 11 or 14 harassing comments, and I didn't get to see all of them. But excuse me. But I blocked his account, that another fake new account that he entitled his fake YouTube channel. He called it Fat Piglet. But how many people been calling him fat and greedy, and he would have meltdowns about being called fat and greedy? That's the plate licker, David. Excuse me, the guy who licks plates in public. So, I mean, so he tried to make harassing comments, and I had to manually go and report and delete his comments because it only does that with him and sometimes the fake Darnell Williams perk when they make harassing comments. But when other people make harassing comments, the moment I choose to block their channel, all their comments automatically get erased. But I had to try to go back and manually go one by one each comment and try to erase or delete them. And it's very disgusting and frustrating because the people who give supportive comments, I don't even get a notification a lot of the times. And then those comments are the ones that get deleted, not by me. But I don't even know if YouTube automatically censoring or if it's perps hacking in and deleting support. And I've lost supportive subscribers because of the online perps, I guess, hacking into my account or whatever and deleting people's comments, or probably hacking in my account and blocking the supportive comments. And then I recently told y'all a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a few weeks ago, that I noticed that I was just noticing some supportive comments from way 2021 or 2022 that I didn't even know that people were trying to leave comments on and now it's like I hardly even get comments or get support. But the day before yesterday, when I mentioned about in the community post about the online gang stalkers falsely reporting one of my videos, only one person gave me a thumbs up. Out of 1,329 people, only one person gave me a thumbs up. But I see you fake positive people that, the picture of me wearing the dress clothes and smiling back in 2017. I'm surprised I got 26 thumbs up. Because y'all want to pretend to be fake positive and all that. When y'all be the most abusive and most narcissistic and the most wicked ones. So, but thanks for the thumbs up though. But I see y'all and y'all fake positivity. As I said, a true friend will be there for you whether you're up or you're down. Other professed targeted individuals, they don't get called negative when they expose, talk about, or show their gang stalking. And they get support. But I'm the only one that gets kicked down even harder and told that I'm being negative. So, I'm glad I got 26 thumbs up. But, in the video that I said, I don't know how many thumbs down I got, but I'm pretty sure well over 15. Only out of 130 something views or 150 something views or almost 200 views, I don't remember. Only 2 people gave me a thumbs up. But, people who only, it's like when people are down, that's when they need support. But, it's like somebody that's going to call you negative and kick you down harder when you're already down. Those are fake people. And they be the most abusive and narcissistic. And then they want to be self-righteous about calling people negative and condemning people. But then, they want to condemn people and call people negative. But then when they see me being bullied, y'all be the first ones to give the bully, people who are slandering and bullying me, the people who are slandering and the satanic perps that's part of satanic coven, satanic cults, excuse me, that bully me and slander me online, y'all give them all the thumbs up. And they end up getting zero thumbs down for everything that they do. But when it comes to me, if I expose gang stalking, y'all either ignore me or give me thumbs down. But, and not every positive thing that I talk about or show will get a lot of thumbs up. You know? But, excuse me. I mean, I try to do things to be joyful and happy, and that still ain't good enough for y'all. Excuse me. But it's like y'all act like as if I'm not allowed to be angry. I'm not allowed to be sad. Narcissistic abusers have threatened me with jail for crying numerous times throughout my life. But then again, if I get excited or happy, I have to hear narcissistic lectures about being inappropriate, or if they'll say that that's inappropriate behavior, inappropriate and unacceptable behavior, if I get excited or happy. Excuse me. But, you know, it's so many satanic new age devil worshipers who you know, follow that fake toxic positivity cult. You know, people gonna have their doggone bad days. They're gonna have their good days. But then if you have good days and bad days, people want to try to make it like, well, if you have like a whole bunch of bad days, people think that you're just a Karen or a Debbie Downer or a miserable lowlife. And they'll say you're always negative and that you're the toxic one. But then, if you have good days and bad days, they'll try to make it like you're wishy-washy or schizophrenic or bipolar. But then, if you get too positive or too happy all the time, then people start getting jealous and hating, and then be trying to ruin your life to give you something negative to talk about. And they will say that your extreme or excessive positivity is too annoying. So I saw this article one time online somewhere that somebody said that if you're too positive, then that irks a lot of people, and a lot of people would think that you're being fake. You know. So, you know, I mean, every single day is not going to be a good day, especially like when I was homeless on the streets. The gang stalking and harassment was way worse. And when I have a place to live, the directed energy attacks is way worse. But I would be on the streets and getting the directed energy attacks and the gang stalking. And you show proof and the truth, and nobody believes you or nobody cares because it's you. And people with narcissistic personalities that want me to be positive all the time, when I try to show them something positive, they ignore me and walk off and cut the conversation mid-sentence. And then we get into an argument and they will lie and say that I am always negative, that I'm always complaining. But they be the main cause, or people with personalities like them be the main cause. It's like you hate me when I'm trying to be positive and you hate me when I'm having a rough day. But I'll say this though. It seems like my cooking videos seem kind of like as if they get more likes and more support than my quick little videos or me trying to do short stories. And I even try to write positive or good short stories as well. And they might only get sometimes get overlooked and ignored, or that I'd be lucky if I got 2 or 3 thumbs up. But, it seemed like if people think that I'm so negative, but you're still subscribed to my channel, but then you want to rate and grade me based on whether or not the video topic you think is positive or negative. And y'all think, like on my gang stalking proof videos, y'all always give me massive thumbs down. So like they got some people who stay subscribed to me, but then they've been stalking and watching my videos for years, and like they try to grade me based on if the topic is positive or negative. But it seems like, well, the online hater stalker perks, they're going to give me massive, at least a minimum of 10 thumbs down on nearly every video. I could never have a video that's untainted. No matter how good or how bad, they thumbs down every single video. Every video. And before my twin sister got involved, and she was the one who wasn't the one who started it, but her and her cult, they were the main ones who kind of started this off. Excuse me, But on my Targeted by the Psych World backup channel, before I got wrongfully, well, it's back up and running now, like normal, but Starbricker nearly succeeded at, the main Targeted by the Psych World channel, not the backup, the main one. Starbricker nearly succeeded at wiping that one out, as like she did the first Psych World channel. My nose keep itching. So, before my twin sister got involved, I was able to have like 19 and 20 even with having like 400 subscribers, I could have like 19 or 20 thumbs up and 0 thumbs down and exposing my gang stalking. But I said before, it's like the thumbs down is narcissists trying to control me, or they're mad because they can't control me, so that they will be bitter and be trying to give childish, petty, fake thumbs down on all my videos. I wish that these people would have never crossed paths with me on the internet, on social media. And now it's like a plague that I can't even get rid of. And they stalk and follow me everywhere. Everywhere. And they're the ones that's demons. But the same fake people, though, that be trying to grade me based on whether the topic is positive or negative, when somebody makes up a lie about me and the topic is negative, y'all be the first to give them all kinds of thumbs up for lying. But if you think that I'm lying about anything I'm talking about in my videos, then why you been subscribed to me for so long? Or if you dislike my content, but it's like, as I said, like they got so many, like I got so many fake supporters though, fake, and they do this coward shit behind closed doors, and then they be secretly watching me for like a year or two without my awareness, and then come out of the woodwork and make one comment that was rude, and they talk like you can tell they've been stalking and following me for so long. But I'm assuming, if you got kind of a new account, how do you know so much about me? But they had another account or two where they've been secretly stalking and watching me. Excuse me. But the people that's supposed to be real supporters, I don't even know if they think I'm so negative, because some of them only pop in like once or twice a month or 3 or 4 times a year. You know, but I don't have that many people that's like consistent on, always giving me thumbs up or always commenting or always supporting and stuff like that, but I have very few, like not many at all. Like, that's why I said, like, it's really insane that excuse me, all these subscriber numbers, and it seemed like as if I only might have like what I thought was 10 or 15, seemed like it dwindled down to like probably 5 people now. That's real. About 5 people that's real. It's like a very small amount. But I could have had more people that were real supporters, but the gang stalkers see, me interacting with them, and they'll try to do whatever it takes out of desperation. They're on a militant cult mission to get everybody to hate me and be against me. And I guess the idea of me trying to seek approval from people all these years, I didn't even realize all these people were fake. None of them are genuine, and they're wicked, narcissistic. And I still need to work on, seeking approval from Jesus Christ himself, rather than sinful, wicked, fake people, satanic fake people anyway, But people want to play God and try to judge me and try to condemn me. It's like everything I do or say that y'all disapprove of it. And y'all make a crime out of everything I do. So if somebody voluntarily donates me, if they make a donation of $75 and say, this is a gift, like a PayPal, donation, or a CashApp, and y'all say it's a gift. Excuse me, how am I committing fraud by accepting that donation if they voluntarily donate it and say, this is a gift, I want to give this to you? So, but online strangers should not be trying to control, try to talk like that that abusive narcissistic perp that went on one of my, made a fake bad review and didn't even read my ebook, but y'all sit there, instead of commenting on the ebook, y'all make derogatory remarks about my lifestyle or my way of living. And then y'all being like, don't support this paranoid, schizophrenic, delusional woman. Don't buy her ebooks. Excuse me. So it's hard to find truthers or people who believe the truth. And even people who claim to be truthers, so many people, even them are just faking. Fake. Popular, abusive, narcissistic, exploitative, popular, fake truthers who would act like they're fighting against the New World Order, but then will call you schizophrenic in a minute and tell you you need meds because they're mad at you. And when you're arguing back and forth, that's the way that they would try to tear you down. But when you're pretending to be a fake, nice, and friendly, you'll tell me, stay away from the mental health system. But then we get into an argument, oh, you're schizophrenic, you need medication, you need help, you're sick, you're demonic. So, excuse me. So, I'm just sick of these exploitative, abusive, narcissistic fakery and mind games and gaslighting. Because y'all see me being abused, you see me being bullied, and you're going to sit there and side with and defend the sadistic, abusive bullies. Rather than, if you truly care, you will step in and defend me or help or give me some words of encouragement or something. But, if you see somebody that's having a bad day or somebody that's down, kick them down and avoid them. It would make their day if you show that person that you care. But people are just fake and don't give a damn. And then people's good deeds nowadays, it's not even from the heart nowadays. People's good deeds, it's all fake and for show and for likes and views. Like people with over 1 million YouTube views or likes on a video of somebody pretending to fake like they're helping a homeless person. But they got so many wicked sinners who try to play God and judge another person. They try to play God and judge another person. Like, you're wicked and a sinner. If you do evil, practice the occult, New Age, and witchcraft, who are you to call me negative? Who are you to judge me as full of negativity? And y'all love to talk about karma and energy. And then y'all bully somebody. You bully me, I stand up for myself, and then you want to come back 10 times harder. That's like if somebody hit you first, and then you hit them back in self-defense, and then you turn around and go and hit them 10 times harder, and then play victim and lie and say that person, that I hit you first, or that I provoked you, or that I did something first. But, that's what bullies do. They will start with you first, you defend yourself, and then they'll come back 10 times harder, or they will bring their pack of wolves with them to gang up on you, or their flying monkey cult followers. I mean, it seems like as if it's so-called like reverse revenge. Kind of like, you started, and then I stand up for myself or stand up to you, and then you want to hit me back even harder. So like yesterday, I saw this YouTube Shorts video where it was a white woman working at Burger King. And she was working at Burger King, and then she mentioned, I don't remember everything she mentioned, but she basically had a rough day and had an emotional meltdown. And it sounded to me like this woman is not a Karen. She's probably a targeted individual and being workplace mobbed and had enough. And she said something about them trying to, that her and her son were being bullied, and that they tried to get her son to commit suicide, and that something she lost, I don't remember what it was, if her car got stolen or something happened. I don't want to get the story mixed up. But then they say that she lost her job too. And so I'm glad that a lot of people defended her in the comments and said that this is not a Karen, but this is a woman who's had enough. A mother who's overworked and underpaid and had enough. So it was 2 black women. One of them, I think, was the manager, and they were both ganging up on her. So it seemed like, I guess gang stalking can be any race. But like, I don't even know if, that Susan Lorenz lady and Ajika Owens that happened back in June. I don't know I don't know if that lady Susan, if she really was being a Karen, or if either or could be a possibility. Excuse me. I don't know if the Susan lady was being gang stalked and had enough of the neighborhood mobbing and had enough of noise campaigns and noise harassment and being bullied and ganged up on and singled out, or if she truly was being a Karen. But, you know, when they had the black guy, Simi Williams, that stabbed the 14-year-old white boy, Ryan Rogers. And that 14-year-old white boy, Ryan Rogers, they said was a perp. That he was perping him. But, like, I don't even know what Ryan Rogers did. But Simi Williams accused him of being a gang stalker and then stabbed him to death. But I don't know all the history, or I don't know the whole story or everything. You know, I don't know everything. But I don't even know if Susan Lorenz was a targeted individual being gang stalked and had enough, or if she truly was being a Karen. But, you know, but I really do feel bad, you know, for the people who got murdered. But if you really were a perp, no, I don't feel bad for your ass. But Aja Owens, I heard that Al Sharpton went to her funeral. But it didn't seem like she had a whole lot of people at her funeral for Al Sharpton to be there. So I don't even know if Ajika Owens could have been a targeted individual and that was set up to be sacrificed. And then if Susan Lorenz was used, MK Ultra or mind control and used as a patsy, I don't know. I don't even know what I could judge, but the police officers called that Susan lady a psycho before she murdered Ajika Owens. And that was in Ocala, Florida, I think. You know, but I feel really bad about Ajika Owens' death, but I don't know if Ajika and her kids were perping Susan Lorenz, or if Ajika was a targeted individual and set up to be sacrificed, and then Susan was used as a patsy, like with Jordan Neely and Daniel Penny. People online, they got mad at me for talking about Jordan, and other targeted individuals said too that Jordan Neely was a targeted individual and that he was suffering gang stalking. And I saw videos of him being perped. I mean, he was perped by a comedian. And he physically assaulted the comedian because the comedian kept triggering and provoking him and antagonizing him. And so, I forgot what the comedian's name was, though. Boots. Joey Boots or something. But yeah, y'all hated me talking about Jordan Neely being a targeted individual. And, you know, nobody said Daniel Penny was a scammer. I think Daniel Penny sold his soul to the devil. And Jordan Neely was definitely he was a blood sacrifice. So they got a lot of homeless targeted individuals around here being murdered. And, a lot of targeted individuals being set up for, like they said, bounties and life insurance policies and everything. You know. So sometimes when people be filming and recording altercations and putting it on social media, sometimes you might think somebody's an angry Karen. And I talked about this before. Like, you might think that that person is an angry Karen, but no, they might be a targeted individual that has fucking had enough and don't know where to turn. And don't have anybody for support or nobody to believe or listen to them. Even other so-called, supposed to be fellow TIs. They said Myron May had no damn body he could talk to. Nobody to believe him. You know. But anyway, though, excuse me. You know, I would feel bad if that incident happened. If, you know, I don't even know if Ajika Owens and her kids were perping Susan Lorenz, or if she was a perp, or if the other scenario, if Susan Lorenz was an MK Ultra mind controlled patsy, and if Ajika was a targeted individual. But the Susan lady kept on, you know, she was fed up about noise complaints. I mean, she was fed up about them making so much noise, but they said that she acted like a Karen because they said that she over-exaggerated and lied and said that was her property when they said it was basically the community property where they would play and have fun or do this or do that or whatever, you know. But they try to say Susan Lorenz acted like an entitled Karen, but I don't know everything or know the whole story, you know. So, but I've heard about a story where there was a black couple that knocked on this illegal, they had an illegal immigrant neighbor staying next door or nearby, and they knocked on his door to ask him to turn down the music, and he just straight up shot the wife. He shot the black woman, the wife. You know, and then he tried to lie and say that they had a gun, so in order to try to get out of trouble, because he knew what he did was dirty, and he was blasting loud music at odd times of the night. And they went to confront him and asked him, "Can you please turn it down?" And he shot the woman, and the woman had to get multiple surgeries, and they said it to take the bullet out of her would be life-threatening. So it looked like she got to live with the bullet inside of her. But the Section 8 lady, Miss Debbie Thompson from Gretna, Louisiana, part of my hometown, New Orleans, you know, back in 2018, she told me that I deserved to get hurt for knocking on the neighbors' doors and asking them to turn down their music at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. That's when they start the noise campaigns. Like precisely 3:15 a.m. or they rev up their truck at precisely 6:15 a.m. in the morning. And then I'd be like sleep deprived, and then another neighbor at exactly 9 o'clock crank up the music. And it was just unbearable torture. I couldn't even live there. And then they kept on torturing me with direct energy weapons, vibrating me, raising my blood pressure unusually, and then causing me forced bloody diarrhea. And I kept on having to go in and out of the hospital. And I had all kinds of stuff going on, you know. But nobody should have to, you know, people say that people need to be peaceful, quiet, and neighborly and respectful. You know, so, but anyway, so this morning, I don't know if I fell asleep at sometime, I think it was after 2:30 this morning. I dozed off and fell asleep. I don't know what time it was. And I don't know how long I had sleep for, but it didn't seem like it was very long at all. And then I woke up out of my sleep. I think my snoring woke me up out of my sleep. And I thought that, I don't know if the dream that I had was tricking me into thinking that, is this V2K voice? Like, I don't even know if that was dream manipulation or whatever. Like, but then I couldn't go back to sleep until I think it was after 7 o'clock this morning. And then, because this neighbor with the weed house, I think I heard her like every single morning around 7. It was exactly 7:11. She was yapping and talking loud, and that kind of kept me awake for a little while. Then eventually I went back to sleep. And I don't know if I woke up about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, or something. I don't even remember. And then I told y'all everything that happened with the lady with the retired Navy perp, that she had she had an actual car accident. And then, so then I came back inside after doing that. And then I ate 2 bowls of the Oops All Berries. So they got the Oops All Berries peanut butter. Well, I don't know. I don't remember because it's like peanut butter. Captain Crunch, peanut butter crunch or something. Then they had I'm sorry, that's my sleep deprivation. The Oops All Berries is like 4 different colors, like pink, purple, green and blue or something. Or is it, something like that. Or red, green, purple, and blue. I'm surprised it tasted good and it didn't taste like fruit, but it tasted good. But next month, I would like to try to go back to eating healthier. I noticed that my face is getting fatter. I don't know if I'm gaining weight elsewhere, but I went back to eating my doggone 3 meals a day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But, it looks like my face is getting fatter. So then I noticed that my face is getting fatter. So then I had checked the mail. Like, I had 2 bowls of the cereal. When I eat junk food cereal, I usually eat 2 bowls of cereal, because after 1 bowl I still be hungry, so I eat 2 bowls. But then when it comes to the healthy granola cereal, all I could eat is like 1/2 of a bowl. And because of all the fiber and the nutrients and stuff, I get full faster and stay full longer. But the junk food stuff, you be hungry 5 minutes later. So, that's what I had. Just 2 bowls of cereal and some milk for breakfast. Excuse me. And I think I ate that at about 10 o'clock this morning. And I think it was before 11 o'clock when I had or right around 11 o'clock when I dealt with that lady. And then it's like, I'm sitting here wondering, how could you perk the fuck out of somebody and then talk like you're super, 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 super religious and Christian? That's mind-boggling to me. But she told me through email last night that, she tried to manipulate and convince me that she is to be trusted and that I should be safe with her, and that she's retired military. But then bitch turned out to be a perp. And then she made it like she promised to not give I didn't even tell her, oh, please don't give my number out. But she's like, she told me off her own mind, oh, I promise not to give away your phone number or your she tried to make it like I should feel comfortable with her because she's elderly and retired Navy. But then she turned out to be a fucking perp. So then, after that, I came back in and, got settled. And then I went right back out and checked the mail. I had 3 pieces of mail. Now, one of the pieces of mail, the Texas Food Stamp Office sent me a letter lying to me and falsely accusing me of never sending in proof of my address, and then try to say that this is the reason why your food stamps got cut off. I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all lying? You send me a letter lying and saying that I never sent in proof of address? And I did show them proof of my address. I sent that to them. The proof of my address plus physical proof of the rent that I was paying, that $540 a month when I was there. Yes, I showed my proof. And that's how they were able to calculate how much food stamps I was supposed to get. So now they're lying. They're sending me letters, lying and saying that I never sent in proof of my address and that's why my food stamps got cut off. No. I changed my address. Now, they said something about if you move out of state, you don't have to show them proof of address or something like that. But I wrote a letter letting them know my new address. And plus, this past weekend, was it Friday or Thursday, that I called them up and notified them and let them know. And they even have my new address on file. I called them and told them to close the food stamp account. So I don't even know if that's, I don't know. They're trying to get me all scared and worked up again. So then, my bill of, my electricity bill, that was in the mail. And, my electricity bill was in the mail. And then they had some other piece of mail from the food stamp office in Texas. But when I was walking, I tried my best to not film and record, or hoping to not have anything to film and record. But I was on my way walking back here. And then the perp neighbor over there, the skank neighbor, that I had an issue with like a couple of weeks ago. I don't know, was it last week or the week before? The skank neighbor with all those kids. So she was perping with a red shirt, gray shorts, and red flip-flops. And she was walking with her, it looked like her youngest baby. And I was walking to my apartment, and she was walking she left out of the door with the baby, and she got I don't know what kind of car she drives, but she got a vehicle. So, but the gang stalking network is freaking sleep depriving me to the point where I'm dysfunctional, or, where I'm not even well functional, because that's them doing that to me. It's not me being below functional on my own. But she can fraudulently and illegally get to have a vehicle to drive around in and have kids. And yeah, she was perping with the red today. Well, today was the first day I saw her perping with the red. And then profess targeted individuals talk about entrance and exit, So with the gang stalking and entrance and exit. So yeah, when I was coming back with my mail and she was leaving her house and with that youngest baby, and then she left with the youngest baby, and it really made me feel like when you see people who sell their soul to the devil and gang stalk, and they can have a roof over their head and a car and can have a productive life. Like the gang stalkers can hold down a job, but abusive narcissistic perp would try to make the target feel bad and throw it in the target's face and be like, well, that's why you can't hold down a job. That's why you're not able to hold down a job. Yeah, they always throw that in my face. Or the online perps that lie on me and say that, and the fake TI perps have done this too. They lie on me and say that I voluntarily quit jobs on purpose just for an excuse to beg and scam for more money. Which y'all know damn well. And then when I expose the workplace mobbing, I could still be employed, and I expose the workplace mobbings and the online gang stalkers like Starbricker, what she did with Sky Zone. She contacted the manager, showed them my videos, and then had the police do some, they all were some grimy, sneaky, dirty, shady shit. And I was only able to record the aftermath of what happened with the Sky Zone job. Online gang stalkers calling up my employers and showing them my videos. Like after I left Seville Quarter, Starbricker went and showed the gang stalking. I mean, she told Seville Quarter managers about my YouTube videos. So even if I was still, and I tried to be discreet and try to hide, but they were trying all summer to try to hunt for and figure out where I was working at. And they would even make threats and say, well, I'm going to call your job and get you fired. They were making those threats every single day when I was working the temp service job at Gulf Breeze Middle School and High School. And they called themselves trying to threaten me and try to manipulate for me to behave a certain way. And they would bully, harass, and threaten me every day on certain platforms. That's why I had to be forced to shut down my Buy Me a Coffee webpage. So yeah. So like, and when the girl walked out of her house with the baby, she tried to make like her lack of eye contact towards me was something that was supposed to be just like natural and casual. But I know it was her lack of eye contact with me was intentional, that she tried to deliberately avoid contact with me and treat me like as if I don't exist. Like you call yourself trying to avoid eye contact on purpose and call yourself trying to narcissistically punish me with the silent treatment. And I'm like, well, I should have brought my phone with me and showed that bitch face, like show her face clearly. But it's like, if y'all supposed to be some hood gangsters, how is it that y'all are able to hold down a regular job. And when y'all get hood, gangster, and ghetto, nobody lectures or condemns y'all about foul behavior or bad behavior. But acting like a thug, a hood thug, oh, that's supposed to be considered as normalized and even glorified and praised. You know. So, but as I said, I mean, I didn't even tell her hello or anything like that, but I'm just documenting, she walked out purple with the red, like leaving her house at the same time I was going to mine, and then call herself trying to thinking that she narcissistically punishing me with the silent treatment. For the one time I asked her nicely to turn her music down a couple of weeks ago, and now all of a sudden she decided that she hate me or don't like me. And then she tried to gaslight me and try to talk to me very condescending in that video. But that later on that night and for the next night or two, she was blasting her TV loud at night. But then after that, I didn't really have any more issues with her, But it's like, but I think that was the one who I would hear somebody singing very loud. Not every day, but every once in a while, I might hear somebody that be singing real loud. So, but this is how people are. Like, one little instance and they hate you forever. That's how you know they're a narcissistic abuser. And that's also how you know that they're a perp. They're perps on both sides. Both sides. So, like after I saw her, and then I put on the I warmed up leftovers from last night. And so I had like leftover pork and beans, well, baked beans. They weren't just pork and beans, but they were canned baked beans and rice and chicken, But I think today for dinner, I'm probably, if the bread is still fresh, I would like to have like some bread and a hamburger bun with bread and hamburger bun. I mean, what am I saying? Hamburger patty. That's my sleep deprivation talking. Sorry. Bread and hamburger patty. Hamburger patty and bread with mixed vegetables on the side and maybe some fruit. So, yeah, my sleep deprivation kind of got me talking a little bit gibberish. But, when they workplace mob you off the job and then they try to make it like you're the one who lacks character and you're the one with the bad character and you're the one who's not functioning very well, then bullying you at work make anybody not be able to function so well. And then being sleep deprived at home, like you're having problems with your neighbors, and then like if you have problems with neighbors suffering gang stalking, and that to the point where it could be like a traumatizing crisis, and then the police get involved, and then you come to work, and they workplace mob and bully you at work, and then I'm like, damn, I'm going through hell at home and then got to go through hell and be bullied and picked on at work too. And then you have a meltdown, and then people at work try to gaslight you and tell you you shouldn't bring your problems from home on the job. Well, no, the problems at home was something different, but then y'all causing me new problems on the job, and all those combined and then caused me to have like either an outburst or a meltdown. And then, or then I end up having to quit, or if the boss is abusive or narcissistic enough, then they wrongfully fire me from having an emotional meltdown and crying. Or if I can't even finish the job because if I had it and got to go in the bathroom and cool down, and they're like, no, you got to go out here and finish your work now. Well, I can't even function properly because y'all bullying, harassing, and pick on me, and I can't even work under those conditions. I can't even work like that. But if you wouldn't have triggered me or angered or frustrated me, and then y'all think that I'm supposed to ignore the trauma and ignore the crisis and go back to work like nothing happened. I can't do that. And then they want you to have this cult-like idolatry devotion to their fake company when you really don't even want to be dedicated to idolizing and being devoted to their company, but you're just trying to get whatever job that you can lay your hands on, and you're just trying to survive and get out of your situation and trying to get out of homelessness and trying to get out of poverty. But they want to keep finding all these loopholes to keep you down. So I've been meaning to say this though. I'm glad I was ashamed at first of me living in, the projects. But for this to be the projects, it looks really nice. It looks really nice up in here. It looks really nice, and so far it doesn't seem like it's too dangerous over here. But I don't know. It doesn't seem all that bad over here, at least not yet. But as long as the gang stalking activity could be down, I could possibly say I really love it here. But I'm glad I was able to have some quiet moments or some peaceful moments. But I don't know what will happen down the road or down the line. So when I try to put the video up of that neighbor in Jefferson, Shrewsbury, it was a video from 2017 that I tried to upload in 2019 or 2020. And for some reason, YouTube would not let me upload the video for some reason. So I couldn't even get to upload the video. But I don't even know if I still have that video, but that was the video of him revving up his loud, raggedy truck and perping me and stuff like that. That guy who I call him Ted Vicious, and he was a perp when I was living in Jefferson, Shrewsbury. So, and it's like, well, if she is living there with those kids and she got a car, oh, she must pay more rent than I do. Well, I don't even know. It ain't my business, but, because it goes according to your income. But if you got a car and a job and kids, oh, you definitely got higher income than me. Because I'm on fixed, low, disabled income. Low income disabled, fixed income. So it seems like gang stalkers and narcissistic abusers. It seems like they're always doing better than you in life, but yet they be hating on you and jealous of you, and don't want you to have shit. So I've been wanting to say this though. Now that I have a permanent roof over my head, it's a relief that I don't have to beg for money for hotel room, or that I hope to not have to beg for money for food. I don't think I should have to, but with the little bit of food I have, I store it in the refrigerator, and I can cook, warm it up and cook it, so I can store food. So with the food that I have, trying to stretch the little bit that I have for the rest of the month. Excuse me. But hopefully I shouldn't have to ask for no money for food. I don't have food. I still don't have food stamps here in Florida yet. I still don't have food stamps. Because it seems like apparently I thought everything was straightened out for Texas, but I guess not. And then over this past weekend and the past few days, I was cleaning and working hard, working my ass off, cleaning up and organizing and getting rid of excess stuff, So now my belongings have narrowed down to I had 2 of the storage bins empty, but 11 total storage bins, but 2 of them are empty, so 9 of them are filled up. No, actually 8 of them are filled up, but 1 of them's filled up halfway. I have 3 empty suitcases, and I got 2 big, huge bags full of clothes that I have not sorted through the bags of clothes. So, as long as I have a roof over my head here, I said I would try to not let the gang stalking network make me back homeless again. But the online gang stalkers have been making threats. They have been making threats to make me back homeless again, or have me to be back homeless again. Excuse me, and they just it's really evil. It's really evil what y'all doing. And you want to judge somebody as positive or negative, but you're evil. You're evil. Wicked. Excuse me. But y'all falsely call me miserable, and y'all using projection, but y'all the ones that's miserable and can't live with your gang stalking crimes. So to try to combat that, y'all just want to do more gang stalking and hurt more innocent people. Want to hurt more because you hurt, or you feel bad that you made a wrong decision. So you want to try to criminalize everybody else because you're involved in a satanic crime, human trafficking crimes. So so basically, as long as I'm here, this is my sleep spot, my potty spot, my eating spot, and my chill spot, and my study spot, and my writing spot, and my research spot. And and my storage space, my storage unit, and everything all in one place. So I don't have to worry about a potty spot, a sleep spot, and being wrongfully banned from or kicked away from here and there. Excuse me. So, That's what I really meant to say that when I was in Bloomington, but I kept forgetting to say it in just about every video. So, I mean, you pay more for a shelter, more to stay in a shelter with all those people than to stay in the place like this. And then you pay even more paying weekly motel or extended stay hotel. But I'm glad that that battle is over. But, so far, I mean, I updated my address with the Social Security office too. But I haven't received anything yet in the mail. But, after what trauma time, I still kind of feel scared that there might be unfinished business, but because of what happened over the phone and other instances, I do not want to set foot up in a Social Security office. And then look how they abused me and how they did to me in Cincinnati. They kept on refusing to let me in the office anyway. So I refuse. I don't even want to go into the office. So they try to make it like you have to physically go into the office to change your address. No, these motherfuckers better be satisfied with a fucking letter. Because I'm not going inside the office. But I wanted to say, though, I know a lot of people would be offended at this video, but y'all offended at everything I do or say anyway. But I'm not allowed to be easily offended at what people say and with stuff that people really do be trying to hurt you and put you down and make you feel bad. Excuse me. Excuse me. So I wanted to say, like, for my supportive subscribers, that's the real deal. That's between 5 and 8 people. It means so much to me, and thank you. But the real one, if you're offended by this video, you must be one of the fake ones. But I'm glad I still have like a few of the real ones, that understand what I'm going through. Whether I'm going through hell or having good moments in my life. Because there were even some ups, like not many, but even some good moments, even through my homeless struggles, I had some good moments too. So, but then, like with the abusive narcissistic gang stalking network, when I show something good that happened, y'all want to taint and ruin my blessings. Y'all taint and ruin that and mess it up. But then, if I'm going through rough times, you make the bad times even worse. You make the bad times even worse. They kind of back off and leave me alone when I'm kind of mediocre or doing in the middle. But they say that's how it is with Christianity. That when you're doing real good, the devil don't want to see that, and he'll try to make everything a living hell for you. But then, when you're doing bad or good, the devil will attack you the worst. But if you're lukewarm and in the middle, he'll back off and leave you alone. And so, it was harder for me to focus on God and the Bible. I still tried to have my moments to try to read the Bible and pray while homeless on the streets. But all the gang stalking and all the distraction, it was very difficult. So, with the trafficking and gang stalking, I heard that they want to keep moving you around and they make money off of moving you around and trafficking you. I didn't know that at first. So then, they're trafficking and murdering people. And, as I said, when it comes to a lone stalker, people don't tell you to ignore. When there's a lone stalker, they encourage you to go to the police. And if you're a white female who claim to be stalked by a black man, even if you're lying, oh, they'll take you real seriously and believe you. But if you're a black female claim to be stalked by a white man, or a whole bunch of people, then nobody want to believe you. But no matter what color or race you are, if you claim to be stalked by a whole bunch of people, they'll try to make like you're just paranoid. But me being a lone black female, and when that white guy was gang stalking me at Bodacious and I put him on film, they wrongfully banned me for the rest of my life. I can never set foot in that place for the rest of my life. Because I got sick of it and had enough. I'm like, I just got out the freaking hotel and you're gang stalking me already. And you're here everywhere I fucking go. You're a white dude following me everywhere. I don't even know you. You've been stalking me for 3 or 4 years and I still don't know your damn name. I still do not know your name, but you've been following me around in person, on foot for years. And I was trying to I just got out the hotel and I was trying to get a job that day. And then they kicked me off and wrongfully banned me from riding the buses that day too. I can't say why on here. So, I myself still have a lot I need to learn about the gang stalking program. Especially the technological stuff, I'm very ignorant and have difficulty with comprehending and understanding that. But I know my experiences with the physical gang stalking. So, but yeah, as I said, when I'm homeless, they gang stalk me way more than when I have a roof over my. And that's why they didn't want me in no hotels, because while I'm on the streets, they can gang stalk me more, and me being out in the open, and they could try to do setups, try to set you up for jail or institutionalization, and they want you to make you look like a mentally deranged freak. A mentally deranged, dirty, homeless freak. That's what they wanted me to look like. You know. But I almost thought it was hopeless. And it took me, I was on this list for over 4 years. Not quite 4.5 years, but I was on this list for over 4 years. Like almost 4.5 years maybe. On the housing list for about 4 years and 3 months. Almost exactly 4 years and 3 months. And then my name finally came up. But, you know, I mean, a lot of people are saying like low income government assistance of all areas is a trap. And that they want to try to punish you trying to work or make it very difficult for you to try to work your way out of poverty. But as long as I'm being blacklisted and having difficulty trying to get a job, you know, it seemed like I don't even know if I can have a business or anything that would get me out of poverty. But they had this black guy in Houston, Texas, that had lemonade good enough that everybody was boasting about it. And it wasn't just your plain old ordinary lemonade. It was a special kind of lemonade. And he was selling lemonade, and he said he was making that living full time. And guess what? The police shut him down. They waited till after some months and then they shut them down. So, but I have some plans and goals while I'm here. You know, as I said, I wanted to work on more short stories, more ebooks, and hopefully more cooking videos, and hopefully work on some novels and like try to practice better cooking and maybe come out with another cookbook that might be more organized and better than the first one and more improved. And I also have goals to want to, eat more healthy, and go for walks, exercise, because I would stay inside all day trying to avoid gang stalking activity. But if I could just, film and record my walks, and exercise and lose weight while I'm at it. But I guess they want to keep the narrative that I'm just a fat, greedy loser, And the gang stalkers, they don't know me at all. So, as long as I'm living here and don't get evicted, you won't see me asking for money for hotel room, and you won't have, unless they do something to my Social Security checks. You won't really have to see me asking for money for, like, unless they do something to my Social Security checks. Excuse me. You won't really see me asking for financial donations for, to pay my rent or pay my electricity bill or my phone bill. I should be good, and I probably should be good on food and stuff too, and now I probably can go to food banks and stuff unless they wrongfully ban or kick me out of the food bank or whatever, But I haven't gotten to go to the food bank yet because I had new here and just got settled in here. And I got settled in here and I'm kind of new here, and I'm kind of, I guess, just about done settling in. But I can't wait for a moment for me to get the opportunity to get like a bigger mattress or an actual bed. For me to get an actual bed or a bigger mattress. But, I don't need soap for a long time. Like bars of soap to take a shower or take a bath, But I still would like to, continue writing, and I would like to lose weight and eat healthier, and also read the Bible and pray more often and try to get closer to God, and try to straighten myself up spiritually and, stuff like that. But it was just like for me to wait on that housing and be homeless, I was just going through a struggle. But y'all judge me on what y'all think y'all saw about me. Like when I was in Bloomington, like April 12th was the last time I had asked for donations to try to get help with the driver's license. Because I was new and settling in. And I almost didn't get the help, but somebody helped me out at the last minute. Somebody helped me out. And then I didn't ask for any money or donations at all until I think I was trying to ask for help to get my stuff out the storage unit. But I'm glad things worked out the way that it worked out, because I probably would have got my stuff out of the storage unit and then went back to Texas and then had to leave all that behind, and it would have been kind of productive in a waste. So I'm glad that I got my stuff out of the storage unit after moving here, and then was able to sort and organize and clear everything out. Excuse me. I was able to sort, organize, and clear everything out. And then, excuse me. So, yeah, I don't remember if I back in June, late June or early July, I was trying to ask for help to get my stuff out of the storage unit. But, but that didn't work out because I didn't have, nobody wanted to help me, except they had people trying to exploit and trying to prey on me and trying to traffic me and stuff. And then, they falsely reported my Craigslist ad like a couple of weeks after. So, but then you didn't see me really asking for money for rent, food, none of that. I didn't even ask for money for the phone bill or to pay the storage bill. I didn't ask for none of that. But I had a few donations here and there, and I'm very grateful and thankful for the support and the fact that y'all really care, And then I had the food stamps, so I really didn't have to ask for that. And, and a couple of other things. So then, in August, I was trying to raise money for the funds to try to get help with the funds to get over here. I was supposed to have been over here like 2 weeks before September 1st, or a couple of weeks before September 1st. But I'll say this though, it was a week after our birthday, and I look at this like as if like a week of a belated birthday gift for me to finally get permanently housed. Even though this is not the best or the most ideal, because I'll still be dealing with the gang stalking and the pert neighbors and everything. But it's a relief to be permanently housed. And as I said, for this to be the projects though, it's really nice. Like up in here, it seemed like it's really nice, clean, and I would try my best to keep it clean, and try to not accumulate too much more. So, but for the few people, like between 5 and 8 of y'all, that's the real supporters. I'm really grateful for y'all, and thanks so much. And I would like to be supportive of y'all too. But, as I said, sometimes I get more support on TikTok than I do here with only 100-something people. Excuse me. So my storage space, I think it's running out on my phone. Let me see something. Okay. So, but the very same people that want to call me negative, they only have themselves. They use narcissistic abusers who use projection, and they themselves, they are projecting, themselves onto me, and it's like they view me in a negative way and hate everything about me. So no matter what I do or say, they're never satisfied, and they're gonna no matter what, they're gonna view me as negative. And then they always have the abusive, narcissistic, satanic, fake perps that will try to rain on your parade or cause your good day a rainy day. So it looked like it's about to rain with the weather anyway. I finally get to rest and relax, and I don't have to worry about checking out a hotel at 11 o'clock. I can sleep in as late as I want. But, I still want to be trying to be productive and active and do things and try to be normal. But as I said, who knows what will happen, good or bad, down the line. but I'm gonna try to stay strong and try to not give up. And I started to work on an article, a blog post, excuse me. I started to work on a blog post earlier today that I started to work on a blog post earlier today that I don't know if I'll finish it today due to the sleep deprivation, but I have a goal to write at least one short story. But the blog post, I won't be able to share it to YouTube, but if I write a short story, I will share it to YouTube. But I don't know if I'll follow through with writing a short story. So thanks for listening to me. And I apologize if any of y'all got offended or upset at me of stuff I said in this video. I see y'all. I love y'all. Bye.